anything? Why can't I see anything? Are we actually... There we go. Bugger. I thought it was live. Well, this is a Streamlabs test. Platform. Pretty good, actually. Pretty good. So, we're going to do just a video recap. I mean, it's been a while since I've done one. I'm going to try and actually do some more. Just been quite busy in the evenings because I've not really been trading in the evening too much. So, let's have a look at what's going on in the world. It's obviously a crazy time. We've got We've got Trump news out. Trump trade tariffs. We've got wars in Pakistan and India. We've got Ukraine, Russia, trade wars, China, UK. Of course, today and end of last week was pretty good with China and with the UK. We saw a trade deal, or something of a trade deal, at the end of the week, announced by Trump and Starmer, which was pretty funny to watch Starmer switch up the way he did. And we've also seen this week, as of this morning and over the weekend, we heard news that the trade negotiations were going pretty well on Saturday. Sunday, didn't hear too much, but Monday we heard that they had made somewhat of a deal, and I've not actually looked into the deal just yet, but actually perhaps we may look into that quickly now. I believe they've put a pause. It's not CH is more Swiss, isn't it? So, trade war halted, 600 billion in bilateral trade, and I believe they've said that they're gonna extra tariffs have been dropped from 145 to 30% for 3 months. These two-sided, while US-Chinese duties US fall from 10 to 10% from 125. Pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. So you can see that as of this morning, God, that's really dropped. As of this morning, we saw that pump at 9 o'clock. A huge amount, and actually I profited off this a little bit. Problem was, I got cold feet and thought it would probably back around and reverse, but it didn't, and I didn't profit off a whole lot, but I re-entered after a bit of a retracement, which I saw was coming anyway around this level, so we let it fall, and I'm hoping it's going to go up and hit our next take profit. Pretty confident it will. I'm sure the dollar's going to continue. It had its initial pump at the start. I think it's going to continue to raise. The reason I put it against the Swiss franc was because Swiss franc's safe haven. I think there's going to be less safe haven asset trading at the moment, so I believe Swiss franc could magnify that increase. And of course, I think Switzerland's going to be pretty quiet on trade deals at the moment, so it's not like I have to worry about both. The reason I wasn't trading so much euro US dollar is because anything, at the same time as the dollar going up, euro could go down. If dollar make a trade with China and euro don't, who knows how it'll be affected. It's harder to monitor two currencies at once. So actually, I find it quite a lot easier to look at just one currency, look at the Swiss franc and the euro and the US dollar, and go from there. So maybe we'll go over a recap of what's been going on for the past 2 months. It's been pretty good. Let's go through into my trade Zeller and see what's been going on. So, March was a little bit up and down. We netted 525, so 5.2% of the 10k account. April, we did 11.7%. Not bad. We had 2 red weeks, but we had 2 weeks. We had week 2 and week 4, which you can see were pretty mega. We had 500 and almost $1,000 in a week. Some quite big trades. Looking at this month so far, we had a bit of a red week at the start of the week on the Friday. Not really good at trading on Fridays, and actually I'm curious to see if I look at the previous months. Yeah. Ouch. So yeah, it's week 2. It was week 2 last week. We had winning every day. It's Monday the 12th, and we're up at the moment. This was this morning. You can see I kind of chickened out. And actually, if I open this trade up, you can see my entry and exit was very quick. I probably caught half of it. Could have continued, but oh well. Actually, when I opened the position, I did set my target there because it was a 1 to 2, and this is 100, so it's about halfway, and it probably would have triggered. But no good being hindsight. So yeah, I've got a trade open at the moment, which is continuing. As I said, I believe the US dollar is going to continue to go up, especially after this China deal. I just set it to below the high, to be honest. I'm not aiming for anything crazy, and this is again will be my 1 to 2, almost 1 to 195. So yeah, this trade's currently down a tiny bit at. Let's see. I just shut my MetaTrader because it's on my Windows environment. Can I open it again? Should be. There we go. Boing. You know, I never knew that MetaTrader had these. Would actually tell you the values on the trade lines, which is pretty good. So you can see here 200, and here we're risking 99. Okay, so I've respected my 2 to 1. Do I tend to close them a little early? Yes. Sometimes it's been bloody good, and sometimes I've missed out. But that's the way it is. This was actually up at 80 a minute ago, so we're down about 20 from what it was. But no biggie. I'm not. The other thing I've really been fixing up is not trading too much on multiple things at once. I'm pretty much better, to be honest. It's much better than having lots of them on. I found before I was opening conflicting trades, not great. So it's much better now, and enjoying it a lot more. So. And the money as well. So yeah, that is actually one of the funded accounts that I have. So I keep 80% at the end of every month. I think this month's payday is the 23rd of May, which is nice. So yeah, other than that, pretty much everything's the same. Continuing to trade, very level-headed. This year, of course, I'm going to run profits through the business, through the limited company. So it's going to be a little bit more different. I have to teach myself how to do accounting properly, filing business expenses, because I do have them. You know, TradingView cost me quite a bit. TradeZella cost me. Buying funded accounts cost me. Things like that. You know, I have quite a lot of expensive equipment. My computers, my monitors, things like that. So this year will be tax write-off year because I do genuinely have expenses for this business, and it is a business. Even though it wasn't making money for a long time, it is now, and it's time to treat it like a real business. So yeah, apart from that, that's about it. There's not too much else to fill you in on. I'll probably catch you in again tomorrow. I think it's better I just do shorter videos because I'll do these long-winded ones and it's just not worth doing. So that's about it for me. I'm going to head off, I'm going to head to bed because I've been tired. And yeah, let's end this here. Thanks for joining. Yeah.